Welcome to this week's 5-minute tip. Today's tip will focus on dealing with millennial parents. And over the next 4 vlogcasts, I will be discussing various aspects of keeping the seats full in your classrooms. Part 1 is entitled Dealing with Millennial Parents, as I just indicated. Part 2 is entitled Practical Things Schools Can Do to Retain and Attract. Part 3, we will talk about how your admissions person is your key. And part 4, we will conclude with knowing your target audience, area churches. Let's get into part 1, dealing with millennial parents. I became a head of school in July of 2000 and was in that arena until just a few years ago. Education is different now, students are different now, and most certainly parents are different now. When I was growing up, my parents told me that if I got in trouble in school, I would get it doubly at home. Wasn't once enough? No, apparently it wasn't. And you know what? I grew up to respect my teachers and principals, to respect my parents, and to respect adults in general. That mentality also produces young people that have respect for themselves, respect for others, and other people's property. That's a good thing. There is still a little bit of that today, but we are fighting some battles today that we would not have dreamed of even 10, 12, 15 years ago. Back in the day, you had 1 or 2 kids in a class that would give you issues, but when you talk to their parents, it often made a huge difference. Today, we are battling more than 1 or 2 kids in a class, and too often their parents as well. So let's work harder to get the parents on our team. It is not automatic anymore, but it is still possible. I came across a great article from 2018 entitled, Who Are Millennial Parents and How Do I Market My Private School to Them by Ralph Cochran, which really got my brain moving. As was just stated, students and parents are different today. But how are they different? Let's remember, number 1, millennial parents are never unplugged. They are experts on tech, they love tech, and they respect tech. On average, millennials spend 17.4 hours a week on social media. That's nearly half a work week. What does that tell us? Well, our websites better be up to date, our social media better be relevant, and classroom technology better be used, other than, of course, the overhead projectors, which we all loved. Number 2, millennial parents welcome open dialogue and collaboration. They like to share their opinion, but they also actually like to receive recommendations and reviews on a variety of things to help make decisions. Number 3, millennial parents value aesthetics, which brings back to the forefront your school's website, social media pages, as well as your school's office and hallways. Are they up to date? Are they sharp? Are they attractive? Number 4, millennial parents love authenticity, and they see through smoke screens pretty well. So what does that tell us? Ultimately, you are in the consumer business. Therefore, you need to value what they value. And I'm not saying sell your soul to pleasing man, but I am reminding you that schools should want to influence for Christ as many young people and their moms and dads as possible. It's not about us, it's about others. Sometimes I've forgotten that over the years, and I have certainly had several staff members forget that over the years as well. When I hire people, I would always ask, why do you want to teach? And the answer I was looking for was something that included to impact young lives for the Lord, to truly develop meaningful relationships with students in order to impact them, something that had to do with people, relationships, and impacting lives. I did not want to hear phrases like, I like teaching, I need a job. My mom or my dad was an educator, so I thought that's what I would do. Those answers are all about self. So look at your website and social media pages and compare them with schools that you respect. How do they look? What are those schools communicating that you should be? If you need some ideas for relatively inexpensive web designers, let me know. I know several that might be able to help meet your needs and stay within your budget. And I personally use all 3 of them. Also, look for ways to listen to parents. Maybe have a parent breakfast once a quarter. Order some donuts and ask a couple questions to the group and allow feedback and actually take notes on what is being said. Maybe develop a parent advisory committee. They have no power, no real influence, except they have a place to give you insight into their thinking, a place to be heard, and a place for you to learn. Lastly, be open and genuine. That is something, again, I've had to work on over the years. I am naturally a keep things close to the vest guy who does not always like to show my humanness on purpose. I do it accidentally all the time. But show your compassion, show your interest in others, show your heart for the students, and just show that you care. These things will communicate to millennial parents and non-millennials as well that your school is right for them. Thank you so much.